You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? All right, here we go. Man, Thursday already. This is crazy. Next week I'll be in Denver. 95 degrees. That's just wrong for Denver. I'm just saying. But all right, today we're going to embrace our natural flow. We're going to embrace the flow that makes you who you are and gets things done. I use it all the time. So we'll talk about the flow today and how you can use it and identify it. A lot of it is kind of built into you. A lot of us are the same. You just maybe haven't noticed it yet, but it's coming today. It's a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. You're nearly famous, highly professional, motivational disc jockey dude. Doing my thing. Why not? To me, it's a big top 40 radio station talking about good stuff. Come here really close. You know what? I started the show out 17 years ago. Thinking I'd be a big motivational speaker, thinking I'd do what everybody else did. And it just didn't work out that way. What I learned is uniquely what I'm able to do is I said, what if this could be just a morning show? Like you listen on the radio every single, get in the car, turn on the radio, and yet you learned something. You had a good time. You got a smile on your face, and you walked out thinking, that was worth it, man. And do it quick and easy, and then do it 5 days a week. When I started the show, that was the whole goal, and that's what I continue to do to this day. And when I stop doing that, it won't be any fun, and I won't do it anymore. It's still fun right now, like crazy. By the way, I do want to say something. My name is Scott Smith, Chief Motivational Officer here. Don't forget that. I'll say it later. My lips don't work sometimes. Very proud of a client of mine. I'll say her name, Gail Brecky. Hi, Gail. Gail is starting her own business, and she wanted to lead with a podcast. A lot of people call me when they want to make a podcast because, I don't know, maybe I've done one a couple times. And we've been working on it. She's worked with me for about a year now. And she's working on this podcast. It's you can't get it publicly right now. I'll tell you when you can, but it wasn't sounding great. You know, she was running into these brick walls. That ever happened to you? You ever run into brick walls? You ever try something, can't figure out the tech? You don't sound good. You don't sound like yourself. You sound like you're reading. I don't know what you're doing. If you try a podcast, you know what I'm talking about. But really frustrating. And finally, a couple of weeks ago, I was pushing her to get an editorial calendar to tell me how she was going to move forward. And she came back to me. She said, I have a goal, Scott. I'm going to become really, really good at this podcast thing, and I'm going to do it in the month of August. I said, awesome, let's go. So we started doing it. And the very first thing I did to her is I came back and said, okay, here's the thing. You're trying to bite off too much. You're trying to take on this whole 20 or 30 minute show. Why don't we take it down to 3 or 4 minutes? And instead of using a microphone, why don't you use your phone and record into your phone and just stand up and walk around your room and just get natural, get into the flow of what you're doing, which we'll be talking about today. So she did it. And she went back and forth probably 8 or 9 times with me. She kept telling me samples and I would give her feedback. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't fun. You had to have heard her because I'm pretty honest when I give feedback. She kept doing it. Then she sent me the final one. Couldn't believe it. It's really good. It's really good. She fought through a year worth of thinking about it, finding her voice, working toward her goal, trying to change her life entirely, and then deciding on this goal, and then going through all those obstacles to get there. And then I said, man, this is good. I'm proud of you, Gail. If it sounds familiar, if it sounds to you like something maybe you run into before, those obstacles, you really do have to stick with it. If you love it, you have to stick with it and learn and learn and learn and practice in private like she did. You get what you want. By the way, the phone sounded so good, the podcast, Nurturing the Heart of the Family Practice. If you search that, you might be able to find it. We actually put it up from the phone, and it sounds really good. Okay, I'm off track, but I wanted to share that little story with you today because it has to do with natural flow. We'll talk about flow today, but before I go on, you premium members, just stick with me. Everybody else, got to take a break.
This is going to be an extremely busy month. I have to watch 104 soccer games, follow the pregame, the postgame, yell useless opinions at the TV. It's a lot. So I knew that when it comes to screening for colon cancer, the choice was clear. The Cologuard Plus test. It can be used at home and can only take 15 minutes, so I can do it during halftime and not miss any action. If you are 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a prescription at Cologuard.com.
Okay. Embracing your natural flow. How to really make it work for you. So getting things done, like talking about Gail a few minutes ago, it really is not about your to-do list. It's more just an understanding, and it's more, honestly, your body clock. So I'm going to talk about your body clock today just a bit and help you get things done easier. Scientists they've discovered that we all experience, productivity peaks and valleys throughout the day. Now, what we want to be doing is we want to be in the flow. Now, the flow is kind of a mind science thing. It's when you're just dialed in and you're in the flow, you're not interrupted. When I do this podcast, 99% of the time, I'm in the flow. I shut everything else off and I just go into it and I don't stop until I'm done. I'm in the flow doing this stuff. I don't look back. I just make it happen. And usually it works out pretty well. So you want to be in the flow all the time with what you do. And if you can get in the flow, and you know what I'm talking about, when things are just working out for you. But how do you do it? Well, first step for me, maximum for me focus, and probably for you, because you're human, happens in the morning. After you wake up in the morning, your body temperature slowly rises and your ability rises with that. Now, mornings are an excellent time for detailed work until around noon. Depends on how long you can stay in the game. So I don't know what you're doing with your mornings, but it is your best possible time. When people send me contracts and things like that, or I have some stuff I'm working on that I really have to think about, I will always say, I just did it yesterday with a contract. The guy called me the day before and he goes, hey, can you look at the contract and get it back to me? I said, I'll do it in the morning. I need my morning brain. That's what I call it, morning brain. I'll get up in the morning. I'll read it, maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'm so focused. So I want to encourage you to look at your mornings. I'm not saying go meditate or read the Bible or anything like that, unless that's what your thing is. That's cool. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I am saying, understand that you are naturally, when you wake up, going to be in a natural state of flow, and you can harness the power of that. A lot of people push later in the day, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and some people are night people. Don't get me wrong. We know that to be true. But I'm telling you, say you want to write a book, or say you want to start a podcast like Gail, or build a whole business like Gail's doing, you're probably better off working in the morning. That's why I start my days at 7 a.m. and wrap them around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, most days. Number 2, your slump will begin. The slump is real. Happens, part of the flow. It's the energy flow of your mind. It's your, it's that rhythm. I don't want to say, I can't even remember what it is. Circadian, there it is. Afternoon, your body's going to slow down until late afternoon. Don't fight it. That's why if you go to Europe, they siesta. Got Mexico and Italy and places like that. They take a nap in the afternoon. Take a break. How many times have you kicked back in your chair at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? So what do? We focus detail stuff in the morning. Most people chunk it down to about 4 hours. That's about all they can handle. And then in the afternoon, it's easy stuff. Whatever's easy for you. Whatever doesn't take maximum concentration. Sometimes, like my wife likes to focus on her workout, so mornings are best on her workout. I, on the other hand, just like to get through it without thinking about it. So later in the day is better for me. So I go usually around 1 o'clock. In between the old people and the kids. Number 3, wait a second, Scott, you're an old people. Yeah, but I act like a kid. That's why I have to stay in the middle. Creativity rebounds later in the day. Now, you're not as sharp in the morning, but you're more relaxed, open to ideas and creativity. So many times, as a little example, I'm a prolific creator, obviously, do a podcast every single day. And I can tell you that many of my best ideas will come later in the day. They come when the work's done, when the detail's done. I've got the workout in. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do now? In other words, my brain is kicked back in kind of a default mode. It's kind of just wandering around thinking about stuff. And I cannot tell you how many ideas I will get somewhere between 4 o'clock in the afternoon and 9 o'clock in the evening. So I've learned over time to follow that. Maximum focus happens immediately when you wake up in the morning. Every human will do that. It will then fade a little bit as you get into the day. Your slump begins, so you take advantage of that. And then later on, if you pay attention, it's coming back. Wait a second, Scott, I got to get up in the morning, take care of the kids, and go to the job and work all day long. Then I got to come home and got to feed the kids. I don't have any time to think about stuff. Yeah, you do. Remember that show we did about honesty? Sure you do. I don't care how busy you are. You can find a way to tap into your maximum flow, and I got news for you. When you eliminate most of the things that are just distracting you, and then figure out how to tap into your flow and focus in on that, your life changes like instantly and continues to change every single day. Listen, this is nothing I figured out. Well, okay, I guess I did, but the truth is humans have figured this stuff out. Scientists have figured this stuff out. Mostly what it is discovering that it's out there, and secondly, actually doing it, implementing it in your life. This is one of the best things you could ever do, so I want you to kind of pay attention to that. Listen back to the show if you need to, and then implement. All right, tomorrow, The Strangest Secret. Earl Nightingale did something a long time ago. He's the reason I do the show that I do now. He's the reason that I've never met Earl, and he's been gone a long time. We'll talk about The Strangest Secret tomorrow. I'll give you my take between the lines on that. That's going to be a good show for you. In the meantime, go to my Facebook page, dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. And if you'd like to join me for the commercial-free version of this podcast, if you are not already a member, and thank you if you are, just go to dailyboostpremium.com. It's also at motivationtomove.com. Lots of ways for you to check out what I'm doing and become part of what I do. I would appreciate it. See you tomorrow.